as I was saying, I just wanted to review this that you already know how to do from previous math, add one little thing to it, and this is what we will do tomorrow. We'll do some work with this, Friday, and or we'll do this right now. Tomorrow we'll review, Friday we'll write our final. And that review you just did, those linear relations, they'll be on the final, okay? All right. So we just want to remind you guys of this because you already know it. What is the perimeter of something? You don't have to write all this down. You just have to write down what you need. What is the perimeter of something? No. Yeah, perimeter is the distance around the edge. Now, if this is 3, what's this? 3. If this is 2, what's this? 2. So the perimeter must be 2 times 2 plus 2 times 3, correct? You guys, what is that answer? Hey. No. Okay. So what was that answer, guys? The answer was 10, yeah? All right. Now, everybody cool? Everybody cool? Okay. Now, what if I told you that this side was not 2, but was x, and this side was not 3, but it was y? Then what would it be? It would be 2x plus 2y, wouldn't it? Right? Now, and that would equal our perimeter, right? Now, you can see that 2 is in both of them, isn't it? So, couldn't I take the 2 out of there and just do x plus y? If I did x plus y times 2, would I still get the perimeter? Well, let's check. That would mean that this would be 2 times 2 plus 3. What's 2 plus 3? Times 2? 10. So does it work? And in math class, if it works once, how often does it work? Always. Now, we don't call it x and y, do we? What do we call it in math class? TJ already said it. Not right then, but before. What do we call the sides of a shape? They're not x and y, they're length and width. Which one is length? The long one or the short one? The long one. So this is length, which we abbreviate as what? L. And this is width, which we abbreviate as what? W. So perimeter of rectangles is 2L plus W, correct? Now here's the mistake that you kids make. You see that and you say, okay, I got it. It's fine. It's easy. I get it. What if I draw this? What have I drawn now? A house. Does a wall have a length and a width? They do, but we don't measure it as length and width, do we? Thank you. When I stand up, do I tell you what my width is? Do I tell you what the length is? What do I tell you? My height. Do you understand? But height is the same thing, isn't it? So what's another one I could use for perimeter? Isn't it also 2b plus h for base and height. Is everybody okay with that? This shouldn't be new to you. Everyone's good with perimeter, right? Okay. What if I do this? Now how do you do perimeter? Dale.
Length.
No. Perimeter is around the edge, right? So if this is 3, how long is all of this? 3. How long is this part? 2. So don't I have the same rectangle? But I've added how much? 1 and 1. Everybody understand? Everyone can do perimeter of a rectangle, yes? Everyone is good? Okay. If it's not a rectangle, you're adding up the sides, yes? So a triangle we would just add up. Is everybody good with perimeter? Yeah?
No.
Yeah?
No.
What if the rectangle is leaned over? Still the same thing. I would just add up all the sides. Everybody good? So I don't need to talk about perimeter anymore, do I? Of straight lines. We'll do circles later, Dale. We may not even do circles today. I know you do. Is everybody good with perimeter? Yes? Okay. Now I'm going to draw the same shape. 3 and 2. What is area? No, that's the math for it. What is area? Right. It's the inside measurement. Now you guys are smart kids. The perimeter ended up just being a straight line, didn't it? This guy's perimeter, and I'm going to go back a page, this guy's perimeter is just L, right? And then a W, and then what? Another L, and then a W, right? Makes a nice straight line, doesn't it? But inside, it's not a straight line, is it? Because there's 2 directions, right? I go this way, how far? 1, 2, 3, right? And I go up and down, how far? 2. So inside there, I have 6 what? I got 6 little squares, don't I? So how do we write that? 6 centimeters squared. That is my area. How do I find it? L times W. Okay? What if this was a house? Would it be L and W? What would it be? Base and height. So area is also base times height, isn't it? Everybody cool? Everyone agree? Okay. So you guys are smart kids. If every rectangle is base times height, right? What is that? What did I just draw? What did I do to the rectangle?
Chopped it in half.
Chopped it in half to make what shape? A triangle. So if a rectangle is length times width, then what's a triangle? Area of a triangle must be what? If a rectangle is length times width, then what did I do to it? So what do I do to this area? Divided by 2. Everybody understand? So what if it was a house? Then it would be base times height divided by 2, wouldn't it? Everybody good? Okay. Triangles are where kids start to get lost. Everybody's okay to hear, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
What about the octagon? You should get off of that.
We don't even talk about them. Six,
Yeah.
4. What's the area of this triangle?
There's two separate areas. So one is
No. This is not a line in the triangle. This is telling you the height of the triangle is 4. What's the area? You've got it right here. What's the base?
4 and
6. What's the height?
4.
4. Divided by 2. What is it? 12. Is everybody good? It's easy, right? Now, here's where you guys start getting in trouble. What if I drew the triangle this way? It's going to be the same, isn't it? But what is the base? 6. I just turned the triangle on its side, didn't I? Is that allowed? Of course it is. This messes you guys up because you see that 6 and it's not on the bottom. Oh my God, I can't do it. There's no base. Mr. Myers, I don't know the base. But you just turned the triangle, right? Everybody cool? Everybody cool? What if it was leaned over? And I told you that was 6, and this was 4. It's still the same, isn't it? Right? What if I did this? I told you that side was 4, and this side was 6. Why? Because base and height aren't positions, are they? They're just names that we give to the sides. Understand? Can everybody handle triangles? No, it doesn't. Base doesn't have to be the bottom. Is everybody cool? Everyone is good? Okay, so now we move on. What if I gave you this? Wait a sec. Sorry. Could you tell me the area of all of that? How, Kian? You would go 2 times 3 to cover the first one, right? Then what would you do for the second one? Plus 2 times 4, right? And then what would you do? Plus 3 times 4, correct? Is everybody with me? And what would the answer be? Stephen, you just said it. 6 plus 8 plus 12, which is 26. Is everybody good with that? Talk to me, Dale.
Can't you do the easier way? You could have the length and the width together and then do that times 7.
No, because they're all different. 2, 2, 3 is 7,
Yeah.
but that's 4, 4, and 3. Won't work, right?
Okay.
Is everybody okay with that? Everybody cool? Now, what if I did this? There they are again. What would you do to 26? We know this is 26, so I got to do 26 times what? And what do I get? Good job, Kian. 52. Is everybody cool with that? It's pretty easy, right? Everybody understand? Okay. Watch this. What did I just do? I made, it's 2D, but it's a drawing. It's how 3D looks, right? But what did I do? So if I wanted the area of that box, how could I do it? No. Area is the outside of the box. There's this rectangle, yes? Which is what? 2 times 3, right? And then there's this rectangle, right? How far is this? 2, and this is 4. So there's plus 2 times 4, yes? Plus, what's this big one up here? How long is this? 3. How long is this? So that is 3 times 4, correct? Everyone agree? But if this is a 3D figure, how many of that are there? How many of that? How many of that? So what would I do to this whole answer? Times 2. Everybody cool? Okay, look at what we did last page. 3 rectangles times 2, correct? What did we do this page? Exact same thing, except the rectangles weren't all sitting beside each other. They were glued together to make a shape. Is it complicated? No. It's the same thing, isn't it? You're just breaking it down into the smaller shapes, correct? Okay, so if I gave you this, pretend those all line up perfectly. Could you tell me the area of that red one? Yeah, of course you can, because it's what? It's 3 rectangles, isn't it? What's the first rectangle? 1 times 5. Plus, what's the second rectangle? What? 1 times 3. And what's the third rectangle? 5 times 3. But how many rectangles are there really? There's 3 that we can see plus
Another two.
another 3, because there's a top and bottom, front and back, and side and side. So what do I need to do to that whole number?
Multiply by two.
Multiply it by 2. So, what is 1 times 5? What is 1 times 3? What is 1 times 3? 3. What is 5 times 3? 15. Add that up. 23. 2 times 23 is 46. Can everybody do it? It's not hard, is it? If you can do grade 3, because that's when you learned area, wasn't it? When Mrs. Bag Crumble drew the rectangle and you counted the squares inside, right? So in grade 3, you learned everything you need to do to figure out this grade 9 math, right? But you didn't do it for 6 years. When should you have done this? In grade 3 when you learned about area, right? Then you could have been practicing it for 6 years. Is everybody cool? All right, you guys are smart kids. Sorry, wait. Uh-oh. What is that? It looks kind of like a tent.
Yeah, it's all in it.
What is it, though? There's a triangle at the front, and there's where else is there a triangle? At the back. So what do I have there? How many triangles do I have? 2 triangles. And how many rectangles? 3 rectangles, right? Everyone agree? Everyone agree? Okay. So what is the area of a single triangle? We just talked about it. Base times height divided by 2, correct? But how many of them are there? 2 of them. Cool? 3 rectangles. Every rectangle is what? Length times width, right? So I've got length times width. Not times 3, because they're not the same rectangles, are they? I got another rectangle. And I got a third rectangle, don't I? Let's put in our numbers. What is the base of the triangle? What is the height? Divided by 2, correct? What is one of my rectangles? 5 times 10. What's the second rectangle? 5 and 10 again, because it's just on the other side, isn't it? And what's the third rectangle?
I think it's 5 and no, it's
8 and 10, correct? What happens to these 2 2's? Why? Because it's division, so they're gone. So what do I have here? 8 times 6 plus 5 times 10 plus 5 times 10 plus 8 times 10. Is that hard? Is this hard math? Are you going to know those answers in your head? Some of you, but what are you going to use? Calculator. What's 8 times 6? 48. Plus 5 times 10? 50. Plus 50. Plus 8 times 10. And it is 148 plus 80. 228. That's difficult. It is, because it's all just the shapes you know, isn't it? Tomorrow, we will do a little bit of work on this. Actually, no, screw it. Tomorrow we'll review.
Yeah.
Because it's a short day. We'll review for your final.